Okay, hello. First and foremost, I would like to start off by calling out Stephen Colbert on his supposed jokes in regards to the Australian soap star that was on General Hospital, Ingo Rademacher, however you say his last name. Ingo Rademacher's decision to leave the show, General Hospital, because of his opposing views to vaccine mandates. Colbert, and I quote, called him a dingus, stupid dingus. So yeah, Stephen Colbert, you're a dildo. Thank you. Let's be immature and call each other names in regards to our personal healthcare choices and religious moral values and all that stuff. Now that we put our egos aside with the name calling, Stephen Colbert, someone with such a mass reach and mass influence over American culture, and I'm sure abroad too, do you have some fans? Don't you think you should think before you speak in regards to people's choices about their own bodies? My body, my choice. I'm sure you're an advocate for that when it comes to abortion, being that you're such a good liberal, despite you being a hypocrite of fighting for freedom when you're trying to mandate and control everyone's sort of well-being and bodies. So don't you think you should think before you speak instead of just continuing to be a puppet and a mindless dictating rubber dick? Don't you want to empower people to make their own choices? I mean, if you want to look at tyrannical reign, just look what's going on in Australia. If you need some sort of means to open your eyes. And for someone who fights for freedom, I think it's a little contradictory. I think you should really open your eyes to things. I mean, I'm no better than you, but at least I'm promoting and advocating for the freedom of individuals, for people collectively, to make their own choices and to not be censored by the system and by the system's funders and by the media. I don't know who has a little finger up your butt and pulling your little puppet strings, but, or if it's your own personal choice and own personal opinion, which you're entitled to, but when you have mass influence, I think you should kind of think a little bit before you speak. I know it's comedy. It is comedy. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but when you're talking about a serious matter in regards to people's bodily choices, and then you're advocating and forming a new form of propaganda and spreading it through your work in regards to the lack of freedom, then I think you kind of stem away from being a comic or a comedian. You can have opinion, and you can state your opinion, but then when you subtly hide it behind your own bullshit propaganda and the backers that fund you, that just makes you one thing, full of shit. And we're both New Jersey locals. You're from Montclair, I'm from West Caldwell. I don't watch your show or care about you that much, but I admire their hard work. You know, where you are, good for you. But still, reevaluate your morals. Or don't. You have the freedom to do so, or do not. Or do. My hat. Namaste.